I'm here to show you deeply about artifacts and why they're really bad cards and you shouldn't use them in the game. This one is Stuffy Doll, which is an artifact creature construction from, it's a rare, from the Hourglass block, and it says, as Stuffy Doll comes into play, choose a player. So you pick yourself, or you can pick your opponent. And then whenever damage is dealt to Stuffy Doll, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. So what this means is it's a 0-1, meaning it has no attack, so it can't attack, and it has 1 life. And it also has tap, deal 1 damage to itself, so you can tap it and deal a damage to itself and die. But it's a really bad card because it costs 5 to play to do 1 damage to your other person, and you can do that with like a shock or something. Plus it will be red, which is a much cooler color, and otherwise it costs 5 to do like what shock does for 1. So it's a really bad card and you should stay away from it. The next card that's really bad is Isochron Scepter, which costs 2 and gets rid of your own cards from your hand. So it's like your opponent making you discard cards, except you're doing it to yourself. And it's from Mirrodin, and it's an uncommon, which means it's not that good anyway. It has Imprint. When Isochron Scepter comes into play, remove an instant card with cost 2 or less in your hand from the game. So what you can do is remove a card like Blaze, because it only costs a Fireball, and X. And X in Magic is considered 0. So you can remove this one from the game. And then you can pay another 2 plus 2, which is 4, to tap this and copy the spell that you got rid of. So you just get rid of stuff from your hand, and then you pay more you pay 2 and tap it and do it. And then you can use it like you had it, but you don't have it. So it doesn't even make sense, and it's not that good anyway, because it costs 4 to play what a Fireball and an X would do. Another bad card is from Shards of Alera, which is Master of Ethereum, and he's an artifact creature, which means you can kill him a lot easier, because you can kill him with like a shock, or also with a shatter artifacts. And he costs 2 and a blue, and he has Star, which means Master of Ethereum's power and toughness are equal to the number of artifacts you control. And most people, most good people, don't play with artifacts because they're bad anyway. So like if you have him out, he's a 1-1 for 3, which is really bad, because Elvish Warrior is like a 2-3 for 2 mana, which is a lot better. And we'll get back to like better ones at the end. And it also has other artifact creatures you control get 1-1. So far, we've looked at Isochron Scepter, which is another artifact, and he's not even a creature, so it doesn't do anything anyway. So he's another bad card, and you should stay away from this one, because it's just not a good card. It costs too much for nothing anyway, and it's only shiny just to confuse your opponents. It's not that good. This is the last bad card we're going to look at. And it's called Chrome Mox, and it costs 0, so it's like a land because it doesn't cost anything to play it, and it has Imprint like Isochron Scepter, and what that means is it makes you get rid of cards out of your hand again. So we'll get rid of a bad card anyway, and we'll get rid of Fag the Untouchable, because it's a bad card also, and it's no one wants to touch a Fag anyway, so we'll get rid of him. And then it says tap and add 1 mana of the imprinted card's colors to your mana pool. So you come back and look at the colors on the card. So like if we want red, because she has red on her, we can tap it for a red, or a purple, because there's a lot of purple on it too. But you can't tap it for gold because that's not in the picture. That just means that it's a rare. But it's not good anyway because it costs 7, so we got rid of it. But that's another bad card, because a land is a lot better because you can play it for nothing also, and you can add better colors with it, because this card has purple, and purple's not even a real mana color, and that doesn't make sense. You only want to add colors like forest and blue, because blue are the best ones anyway. So that's another bad card. This one though is Leveler, which is probably the best card from the Mirrodin expansion, which was in the Lorwyn block. And Leveler costs 5 for a 10/10, which is the highest you can go in the game. And that's why it's a lot better than any of the other artifact cards. So it's one of the most expensive ones, and all good players should have at least like 5 of these in their deck, because it's a 10/10, 10 attack and 10 life points for only 5 mana, and that can be like red or purple or any of the colors. So Leveler is a card you should go out and buy because it's one of the best ones in the game, like the Red Lotus card. And anyway, that's Artifacts. Usually stay away from them unless it's like a Leveler. But next time we'll take a look at some of the other cards. This is Lazarus, and check out my friend Mark Lopez for all of his help too.